Seize this opportunity. Let's seize this opportunity and get to work. God bless you, and God bless this great state. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator Skelos. Just look around this room. Like the new year, this is a time of change and renewal. And it is both an honor and a privilege to introduce to the podium for his very first State of the State message, Governor Andrew Cuomo.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, good afternoon, New York. Oh, it is a better afternoon than that. 2,200 people are here today to talk about their government in a way they never have before. Good afternoon, New York. Okay. First, let me begin by acknowledging a truly extraordinary public servant. He was a great mayor of Rochester. He's going to be that's Rochester. He is going to be a phenomenal Lieutenant Governor, Lieutenant Governor Bob Duffy. To my colleague, and congratulations to the re-elected Comptroller, Thomas DiNapoli. To our brand new, right out of the box, Attorney General Eric Schneiderman. To Majority Leader Dean Skelos. Thank you very much, Dean. Assembly Speaker Sheldon Silver, Senate Minority Leader John Sampson, Assembly Minority Leader Brian Kolb, to the judges of our great Court of Appeals. It's an honor to be with you, Chief Judge. And a special thank you to the young people behind me. These are high school students who represent New York's 62 counties. They are the future, and the state that we are talking about preparing today is the state that we will leave them. We hope we do a good job, and we thank them for being with us. Thank you. My friends, I believe this state is at a crossroads, and I believe there are two very different paths that this state may go down. Certain factors are pushing us down one path: the national economic pressure, the costs of state government that we're currently expending, the dysfunction that the state government has been manifesting, and the fact that the people have lost trust in our government. They would dictate this state follow one course. But there's an alternative. When you look at the assets of the state, when you look at the legacy of the state, when you look at the tenacity of our people, and when you look at the quality of our people, you have the very real sense that we can turn this crisis into an opportunity. What is the state of the state? This is a time of crisis for our state, a time when we must transform our government to once again become the progressive capital of the nation, and to seize the moment of opportunity that is before us. What we do today, January 5th, 2011, will determine the course of this state for decades to come. For New York, it is time to change, my friends, and that's what today is all about. This convening itself is a metaphor for change. This convening itself says that change is possible in Albany. Believe it or not, and I say amen, because we need change in Albany. This is the first time since Governor Al Smith that the State of the State is not being given in the Capitol. It's the first time that the legislative leaders were asked to participate in the presentation. It's the first time that technology is actually going to be used in the presentation. And it's the first time the most important participants have actually been invited to participate, the people of the state of New York. And we say, welcome, New Yorkers, to being here today, because this is your government, and no one is better suited to be here to hear this message than you. Thank you all for coming. The State of the State begins with an honest analysis of the crisis that we face. In government, as in life, you can never solve a problem if you refuse to acknowledge it. The economic recession has taken an especially hard hit on the state of New York. 2009, we had a 26-year high in unemployment. Roughly 800,000 New Yorkers are now unemployed. Hundreds of thousands more are underemployed. We have the worst business tax climate in the nation, period. Our taxes are 66% higher than the national average. Upstate is truly an economic crisis. In real GDP, from 2001 to 2006, upstate New York grew about 1.7% per year, while the average in the nation was 2.7%. The costs of pensions are exploding. $1.3 billion in 1998-1999. Projected for 2013, $6.2 billion, a 476% increase, and it's only getting worse. The state of New York spends too much money. It is that blunt, and it is that simple. Our spending has far exceeded the rate of inflation. From 1994 to 2009, inflation was about 2.7% per year. Medicaid went up over 5% per year, and education went up over 6% per year. We just can't afford those rates of increase. State spending actually outpaced income growth. State spending increased just under 6%. Personal income growth was only 3.8%. And most damaging, our expenses in this state far exceed revenue. We've been focusing on this year and the deficit this year, which is a very large deficit, about $10 billion. And that is a problem, and it is a major problem. What's worse is it's not just about this year. Next year, the problem goes to $14 billion. The year after, the deficit goes to $17 billion. This is not a one-year problem, my friends. This is a fundamental economic realignment for the state of New York. You look at the chart, you look at the arrows, this is an unsustainable rate of growth, and it has been for a long time.